Don't you talk shit about
Mothra was a bitch!
I will kill you! I'll kill you!
What's up, guys? Your boy Surfing Couch Potatoes. I'm Cody Stevens, Sweet Potato.
I'm Chase Bray, the French fry guy.
I'm Jakob, the baked potato.
I'm Nathan, the Spud.
And we're here reviewing to Godzilla, King of Monsters.
Mothra, stop!
Oh god. Oh god. Oh, I love this movie.
Here we have a guest star with us, the voice of Mothra.
Yes, please. No autographs.
Yeah, so how did you feel about working with Rodan?
Rodan can suck my rodong.
Oh, God.
Well, what can Godzilla do?
Well, got two of them.
Spit on my dick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we're not...
Anyway, so
I loved this movie.
It was a great movie.
it was an alright, average.
I
run of the
hated
mill.
every moment of this stupid film.
Because Nathan kept on interrupting.
I loved it because it was
Look, get out of frame now.
it was nostalgia to me because I used to watch whenever Netflix still had DVDs. I used to watch all like the Godzilla versus or just Godzilla in general movies. So just seeing them all in one movie and today it was amazing.
It was awesome. It was very respectful to like the Godzilla like lore.
Mm-hmm.
Like without like straying too far.
I mean, besides being just a total cash grab of, colliding the Kong and Godzilla film franchises together, I mean, it was,
Yeah.
good film.
I mean, it was kind of one of the first movies I ever watched by myself in a theater. It was the first one. It came out in 2014.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because other than that, I'd always have my mom take us and my dad take us. But it was like the first time I was ever allowed to be by myself with a friend. So, the first one I was
So
like,
you didn't see it by yourself?
I think he means like on
I
his
saw
own.
it with a friend.
On
But-
his own. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, I
like-
thought you meant like by yourself. I said I don't think I've ever seen a movie by myself.
I have.
It's a good time.
Is
It actually really
Yeah.
is.
Like, you
It's-
can jerk off in the corner and no one can say anything.
Okay, well.
Well, except for the officer. But you know what?
Officer, please.
Officer.
Father, no. Anyway. So I don't know why I like have an emotional connection, but I fucking love the 2014 Godzilla. Except for the
Like the movie or like actually Godzilla?
all of it.
Okay,
All
yeah.
of it, yeah.
Let's respect. The movie was good, and like their newer version of Godzilla was pretty cool.
Yeah,
It's the
thick,
biggest
badass.
one, right?
thick dad bodzilla. Yeah, he's definitely got a dad bod.
In the movie, if
Love
you're
it.
not including
I know,
the
me
To
too.
Netflix,
relate to him so much.
except for the Netflix series,
The Netflix.
the
Yeah.
animated one, he's like a
Yeah. I mean, this movie was just like Pacific Rim, though, right?
But like the first,
No,
not really.
at least the first Pacific Rim was good. We don't talk about the second one.
it's
No.
not like Pacific Rim at all.
Yeah, it is.
Wait,
There's
Kinda-
giant monster or
Well-
there's giant robots in that one.
Well, and monsters, giant monsters.
There's a
kaiju.
giant plane in this one. That's a robot.
No,
It's the same thing. Yeah, really.
You need to stop.
We forget to remember that Chase is kind of blind in one eye, so what he sees in the world is
Mothra was just a bug. Like, that's all he was. Like, was that a
She-
woman? Was that a girl?
it was a girl.
Queen of the Monsters.
Why didn't they mate? Well, like, where was the monster side? I mean, like, I'm just saying.
They
what everyone's
did. They
thinking.
showed it at the Senate hearing. Remember, they blurred it out.
They were just put.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get to the actual review.
So the movie starts off, and a little girl.
Boy,
Yeah, a little boy is dead, basically, and the dad's like, Michael. What was his name?
Andrew.
Andrew. And then, like, I don't know, something happens, and then 11, the chick that plays 11, is there, and she's not.
Millie Bob Brown.
Yeah, Millie Bobby, whatever. Yeah, and so
Bob Dylan.
her and her mom are going inside some kind of complex.
Like the Aztec pyramids.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of meant to be like a reveal. It was like
It was kind of nice. It was kind of nice. I like that. It was like definitely like, oh, okay, maybe the, and then you realize the mom takes the daughter to like everything. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
irresponsible.
Yeah, it was crazy how many monsters there were. It was amazing.
I loved it. I loved it.
17 and counting.
They like pretty much name drop Kong like in the first 15
Yeah,
minutes.
they kept pushing that a lot.
I
They
didn't
kept saying
expect it.
Skull
Skull Island and Kong, yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting them to like. I still haven't seen Kong, but I need to.
Really?
I need to.
Oh, it's good.
I heard it's really good.
We know you hate every movie ever. It's fine.
He's the Angry Joe of the show.
It's Nathan. Thank you.
Angry Nate of the show. Just kidding. I'm messing
Fucking
with it.
right.
But anyways, yeah, they just like kept on like not like over too much, but they were definitely like, hey, Kong is gonna be the next thing.
I'm glad he wasn't like a part of the actual movie.
Yeah,
I was kind of thinking he was towards the end. That
I
he
was-
would kind of show up whenever Mothra was fighting Rodan and like Godzilla. Was,
Yeah,
like,
how
on
was
the
he not
ground.
affected by their call? Like the Alpha cry?
He was. Because if you heard the general, he's like, they're escaping.
like even the
China,
Skull
somewhere
Island.
else, Skull Island. They're all going towards the call.
Why
So
did
it means he somehow like swam over there, I guess.
So
I just imagine this big ass gorilla going.
Why did I decide to live there? Fuck.
but maybe that's the whole thing too. Maybe he's an alpha as well, so maybe he was trying to get into that action too.
Which I totally see. Because they're planning on doing a
They are.
Godzilla Kong,
Yeah, it's coming out
Movie.
next year, I think.
and I honestly, I don't see how Kong can win.
That's why
We keep seeing all. I mean, unless he's like they did pull the whole trope with like he's in a weakened state after he went nuclear, went atomic. Because at the very end of the movie, he just explodes, right? And that's like all his energy.
Well, that's because he consumed all that radiation.
yeah.
That
So it was more like a Super Saiyan power where he was like, "Oh, I powered up real quick. We've got this much time to leave before he like."
Yeah.
Obliterates everything.
So it's not like he can go Super Saiyan.
Mm-hmm.
Kong has to throw a nuke at him.
Yeah, remember when Thor in the first Avengers threw a whole bunch of lightning at Iron Man, and Jarvis was like, power at 400%. It's like, oh,
No.
how about that?
How
That's what it
about that?
was.
How about
He
that?
used it, then it's gone.
Yeah.
Lavazilla.
But I mean, that Godzilla still two fisted like those two monsters, like the bug things in the first one.
I think the whole thing is
Which was in this movie.
yeah, a part
One
of
of
it
them was at least.
No, I mean, like,
Yeah.
they both died.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the
but it's
first one.
also the sun.
yeah, because they made it. Remember?
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah,
they
but they
probably-
burned the eggs, I thought.
Yeah, they did, but
there was one. Though,
maybe
like,
one
one-
escaped.
Ludo.
type thing.
There's always that one
Yeah.
escapes.
There's always that one that hatched and was like, nope.
What was? Oh God, what was? I had a lot of favorite scenes, but what was like y'all's favorite scene?
When he just goes ham on Ghidorah. That was pretty badass.
Favorite scene. I'll have to think about it. Get back to me.
I kind of liked Ken Watanabe's kind of final scene.
That was
with the
really.
nuke.
That, I'm not gonna lie, that was up there as one of my scenes because
But I also haven't seen it in like 2 weeks, so I'm a little.
we all have it. Yeah.
I would have to say at the end, whenever like Godzilla beat KG and all the monsters are surrounding him, and he's just like, "All right, let's do this. Let's go." And it's like having that 360 pan shot of him, and they're all like, "Yes, girl."
They reel him as alpha, and that's also the cool thing I really liked too. Was at the end they were like, "Good thing he's on our side," and it was like, "Until he isn't."
Yeah.
Kind of like,
Like a Suicide Squad deal.
well, it kind
Kind
of
of Superman came down and took the
except for
president out of the White House.
not as bad, but
Yeah.
it's kind of alluding to like the old classic Godzilla because
Maybe that's why Kong fights him in the next one.
You never know.
Godzilla loses it, and they're like, "Well, let's just get a giant."
We need the
ape."
monkey.
Get the
Closest
monkey.
relative. You're
Would you-
basically me.
What did you just say?
you know, but I like that little like tease kind of influence. Like, hey, Godzilla's a good guy, but like you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's how Godzilla is in the old Toho movies.
Bro, when we first see Godzilla, oh my gosh, that creepy creep up they do in
Yeah.
the in the trench. Oh, and he just kept getting closer. I was just waiting for him to just be like right there.
Me too.
Yeah.
But he never did. And then he
And
did that jump scare that got me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it did
that,
get
got,
you.
that got me too. With the
He got the
Verizon.
guy next to me.
Yeah.
The guy next to me was just watching you.
No, I was sitting in XD and I'm just sitting there and like I knew it was coming because I'm like, he didn't swim away. He's gonna do it. I thought he was gonna like pop his head in and be like, "What's up?" But no. But then it got me. I screamed on the inside.
Let him see us.
I'm not gonna lie. Most of the main like actor cast. Well, let me go back and reverse. I think my favorite scene was King Ghidorah coming up and just laying waste to all those soldiers. Like when he first like gets blown up, like I'm not gonna lie, that was a really solid scene, because like I was already invested, and like it kind of is terrifying that like Ghidorah did that, and it was like, oh, we're just like
That exists now.
yeah.
You know, it's been forever since I've seen the movies, but I didn't know, or I don't know if they changed it or if this is actually true, but I didn't know that KG was an alien.
I don't remember right. I'm not super hardcore, but I do know like certain aspects. But I can't even say 100% sure if that is accurate to it. Maybe it is. Maybe he is an alien.
Yeah, probably.
But
I thought it was always just ancient monsters, and that was kind of it.
Yeah. I mean, do you think they like the fourth movie is like a space thing?
I mean, they kind of did.
Well, the post-credit scene was the British guy finding the head of KG, so immediately in my mind, I was like, oh, Mecha.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Which would be cool to see Mecha in like today's like CG VFX still. It's not just like a guy in a cardboard suit with like terrible. It's like actually like it's like everything moves. It's sort of probably gonna be like Transformers,
actually
but
Pacific Rim, and then it's literally just Pacific Rim.
no, it'd probably be more Transformers than Pacific Rim.
I'd rather it be
Age
more
of
Pacific
Extinction.
Rim. Honestly.
Really, you were never a fan of Transformers?
No, I mean I like Transformers, but like I'd rather
Meets the eye.
like the thing with Transformers is they're just small enough that they're running and everything, like they're fast, but
I'm not saying that that's
Yeah.
gonna be their size. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say like that's their movement that they do.
Godzilla's like a
I want them to like if they do robots and stuff, just like how Godzilla was like he didn't really run fast. Like he did run, but it wasn't like
Which I loved about it because the bigger the mass, the harder it is to move.
exactly.
So I love how like long it takes for him to like just swing.
Like you know that these are big monsters.
Yeah.
And so that's why I kind of want it to be like more Pacific Rim than Transformers.
There were points in the film where like the power felt really accurate to what we were seeing. Like there's a point where that like fire, like pterodactyl thing.
Oh, Rodan.
Was that Rodan?
Rodan.
Okay, yeah. Rodan comes out and he's like flying over that village, and it just gets eviscerated by his like the air he creates.
Oh yeah, that was
a
Rodan the
shot.
Survivor.
Yeah.
God, I hate. So he was like, you know how he like bowed to KG,
Yeah.
and then at the end he bowed to like Godzilla.
I was-
just like, bro, this dude kill him right now,
Yeah.
because
Well,
he like injured, if not killed, Mothra.
Mothra. I thought Mothra killed him with the little sting, and
Yeah.
then he fell, and all of a sudden he's like,
Yeah, because I was like, is that where his heart is?
But it still had like a hole inside.
yeah,
it.
it still had the mark.
So, which I was I'm not gonna lie, they heard me. Like you may have heard me, but I was like, they fucking killed Mothra. Like I was kind of angry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was kind of
But
angry.
then we also got like Super Saiyan Godzilla. So
Oh yeah,
I mean,
But-
it was fun though. So I mean,
but I don't think Mothra's like super dead because they did tease it at the end. They found another egg, which that's what.
mysterious egg was found.
Yeah, that's
It's always an egg.
well. That's
Aren't
what.
there mammals? Like, wasn't there a moose thing?
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
It was like it wasn't a moose,
It was a mammoth.
It was like a mammoth.
Yeah.
It was a mammoth.
Just really big white mammoth, and he's like, "What's up?"
But that
He
is
didn't do anything.
that is Mothra's thing though. That Mothra dies off and then like it's another
reincarnated into
Like
the
in
next
another-
nation, into the cycle.
gets.
You know what
reborn.
I enjoyed was seeing Godzilla's like home.
Oh, that was cool.
Atlantis. That's fun.
That's what I was thinking.
We were all saying that. I was like, "Is this?"
Yeah.
I straight up was like, "Is this Atlantis?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
I
had
leaned
to be
over-
right.
Well,
Like,
because
yeah.
since we saw it in different show times, I leaned over to my other friend, and I was like, "Is Aquaman gonna show up?"
Yeah, I did that joke too.
He's just like, "Godzilla, get the fuck out of here!"
oh, bitch.
But no, that was I'm not gonna lie, that was a really cool scene with him like delivering the nuke and then like sacrificing himself.
Yeah.
And
And,
like,
and then he finally touched him.
And even Godzilla was kind of like shocked by it at the same time.
You'd never seen an Asian up close, I guess. So it just.
He was fucking savage the entire time.
Oh no, but That
Like,
was
the cinematography was actually really good in this movie too.
cinematography,
I thought it was-
music.
The music was really good. There were actually some good performance. Like Scott Chandler, the dad, was
Mark, I
really
think.
good. Yeah.
You pointed out right away, and I got it a little bit later, but the remastered or remake
The classic Godzilla
of the original.
Gojira. Yeah, the right when they were doing the final fight, Ghidorah and Godzilla, and the military was helping Godzilla. It literally was doing the classic like Gojira. Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da. Yeah, I was like, oh, like I started getting really hyped. This movie got me hyped.
I mean, dude, when you have the Verizon guy in your movie, I feel like you can't lose either.
Yeah.
He was an odd choice.
He wasn't that bad, but it was just weird seeing him because every
Yeah.
time I was thinking he's gonna be like, oh god, we need help. Here's a new Verizon phone. Used to call the military, and you're just like, oh, there's your Verizon placement.
I feel like they chose a good actor for that role. He was very like witty and like just by the rules and doesn't know like the actual like concept of what's going on. And he's like, oh.
Yeah.
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 And then there's the scientist guy who was, I don't know. He looked like the guy who played the dad in Get Out.
Oh,
I don't know who he was.
Yeah.
The
the
talking
guy
about
with
the British guy?
the guy with the glasses and the
Yeah.
white hair.
Oh, the comic relief.
yeah,
Yeah,
the witty
the
guy. He was like,
comic
oh yeah, no, that makes sense. Let's open the gates to him.
Because I was like, oh, he's so funny. I can relate to him so much.
Yeah.
The sarcastic guy.
He's exciting.
Everybody was a really like good actor. Like even the people I disliked, because there is one person that I would say I disliked.
Mhm.
She was good. Like
She
everybody.
a mom on 70s show?
No, that's not it. No,
Oh, she just, I don't know what she was.
What are you talking about?
The mom in this movie?
Oh, is
She
she
look-
related to Emma Olsen? If not, she looks a lot like her.
yeah, I'm not sure, but everybody like was really solid acting wise.
You know what I'm talking about, Nathan?
The Olsen
Scarlet
twins.
Witch.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know who Emma Olsen is.
That's Scarlet Witch.
That is,
Elizabeth Olsen.
yes.
Elizabeth Olsen. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No.
Elizabeth Olsen.
I don't think he's an
Yeah.
Olsen twin. But they
I don't think
She's
she's one of them.
yeah, it's her. That's Elizabeth Olsen is like the one that everybody forgot until like Avengers.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Now the Olsen twins are not remembered.
Sadly. Anyway.
The plot, I don't know. There was like a plot twist at the beginning where the mom is like the bad guy or whatever.
Yeah.
That seemed a little strange.
I have a lot of
She was
opinions
just
on it.
pissed. That's all
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah, I feel like they tried to go like really Thanos route.
Yeah, it was like an ego terrorist thing.
Oh yeah,
Because she's like, the only way to save the planet is to kill it all, and you're just like,
Bring balance.
Which I can kind of get because they did explain it. They're like, hey, where Godzilla and all these mutos come from, like life gets reborn, like it does. Like they explain it, and I'm like, okay, it makes sense. But then I'm also like, you're dumb because you just lost a kid, and you're gonna do this like to everybody else.
you're gonna murder an entire planet for it to be like, it's fine, we're all fine here.
And
Just
like
give it some time.
they kind of accomplished their goal, right? Because there was like a good probably 4 hours where like the monsters globally were destroying
destroying
cities.
a lot of
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Right,
There's
when
a
he was,
small
like,
amount of
calling
time, yeah.
Yeah, and so it's like, I mean, even if
It did a lot of damage.
And then they even did at the end credits saying like resources from the monsters have like something with the economy or something like I was watching at the end, like it's like it added new kaiju resources or some stuff like that. I was like, okay, this is cool.
yeah,
And
Yeah, I just didn't like the mom.
oh no, I didn't like the mom
I
either.
think she for me was the worst part about the movie. But I don't know if that was only me, but I just did not like her. I feel like if you would have taken her out and you put Tywin Lannister's the eco-terrorist guy,
yeah.
fixed a couple things, he could be your main villain and still kind of have.
But then
the
Millie
same-
Bobby Brown's character wouldn't be there then.
No, she could be with the dad, and the dad's like.
We
"I
could
do
have
this
a
anyway."
Bumblebee deal where like
Yeah.
the girl goes on her own.
Yeah.
I was thinking like the dad's like, I can't do anything anymore. I've lost my family. You mean nothing to me now because you know my wife and the other kid's dead and fuck my life.
I think this was probably the best route, even though I didn't like her character, in order to like add, some more nuance to it. Like, there were times that I could believe that the mom was like, I'm doing a terrible thing. She's like, I want to do this. Especially there towards the end, she's like, when she sacrifices herself, I was still like, you still did a terrible thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not for you.
It was weird
Oh
that,
yeah,
like,
she said, "Long live the king."
Yeah,
Yeah.
which I did like that.
like, but when the mom showed up and Millie Bobby Brown's just like,
I'm so angsty.
no, like she's like on the ground, like injured, and the dad and the mom come up. She immediately is like, "Mom," and I'm like, "You don't know what the fuck she's done. She just comes up to you, and you have no idea what she's doing there."
But it is a kid.
And I guess it's the kid was like, my mom came back for me. I guess it was that.
Yeah.
But I immediately saw it coming when she's like, "Yeah, I just gotta do something. You guys get on the plane," and I was like, "She's gonna kill herself." Yeah. I thought it was gonna be Ghidorah was gonna snatch her up, but yeah, pretty badass though. When
That last fight though was awesome.
yes, because I kind of thought now they'd be evenly matched, but then Godzilla was just like on another level.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kept sending off those shock waves.
Yeah.
Radioactive waves. I kept like
It like melted him. It was like when
when the Phoenix or Jean Grey and X3
Yeah,
and
he's like-
Wolverine was going out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the better one. Anyway,
Um,
I'm kidding.
No.
I actually liked it.
yeah.
Anyway, but another thing about that movie, you remember? Okay, so you have Ken Watanabe's character, and then you have a side character who's with him for most of the first one. She kind of gets discarded in this one.
She gets
Yeah.
killed.
She gets killed, but
She has a twin.
No, we're talking about the other one, the one that Ghidorah eats.
when they're in Antarctica, and she's like running with the dad, and they're like about to escape, and he's just, and she screams. She's like, "Ow!"
I can't remember.
The Asian lady.
No, that's not the Asian
It's
lady.
not the Asian. It was the white. It was like the British girl.
Oh
Yeah. I mean, I knew she died, and I knew there was a point, but it was just like I just wasn't expecting it.
She got
yeeted. Is what she did.
yeah, that surprised me too, because like it showed like not only did the Ghidorah like eat her, but Ghidorah took a huge chunk of ice and then like and I
Did he rip her? Did he rip him in half? I think.
no, Ghidorah took a big chunk of
She's
ice.
too small. To...
Like
Oh.
it
he
was,
would have to literally.
yeah.
I hear you.
And I liked how Ghidorah, like all the heads had different personalities. Like the middle one was
It
definitely.
reminded me of the raptors in the kitchen of first Jurassic Park,
Yeah.
where they're like, like biting each other.
The one on the left is definitely
The idiot.
not. Yeah, the kind of the one that everyone's like, okay, go away.
Do your thing.
Because every time.
That's weird. You're
they're-
on the left. Actually, when they watch this, I'm on the left. But
Got him.
in reality,
It's okay, brother. It's not like I went for a high five and everyone in the comments is going to be putting F. But you know what? We're all fine here. But other than that, I haven't watched it in a really long time, so I think I had fun. It was just like the mom character just really kind of bogged it down. And I don't know, like the sergeant lady, the black sergeant lady, when she was like standing there, she's like,
Yeah,
I don't have a shot.
Yeah,
Like,
no, that-
scoot to the
Th-
left.
yeah, there was-
Just-
I could
that's
see-
everyone's problem.
I can see what everybody was saying. Like, I will say the human portion of it, like for the very beginning, was kind of weird. But then they were like, now here's the monsters, and it's about the monsters and nothing else. And it was like, okay, cool, I like this. Like, they've put their focus on everybody. Is like, we need to fight the monsters. We need to do this.
Yeah.
Like, it was a little jank at the beginning.
I didn't know how I was gonna feel about the dad's character, Scott Chandler's character.
But the beginning's also so hard to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, how do you get people interested in the monster movie before you get to the monsters?
Yeah, you don't because you don't just want to jump right into it.
You don't pull up Bryan Cranston. Godzilla.
But still, I don't mind that still. Yeah, because it was the beginning of the second act. 3-act structure. The hero has to be changed. Second act.
All I think is Ken Watanabe. I think was kind of the shining point of both movies.
Oh yeah.
I really
Yeah, he
loved
is,
his
bro.
character, especially in this one. Like, he had more. After he realized what Godzilla did for them, he was kind of. Especially his line where they were all like, "We need to kill them all. They're all monsters," and he's like, "I'm a protector of all life. Yeah, no matter what it is." And he's like, I'm still gonna be there. And then they had the military guy from
The first one.
The first one. I like how they're still like kind of. It's not just like, hey, here's some characters and here's Godzilla from the first one. They're still kind of making it all one giant world.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm just done.
No. Yeah, and I like the nod to Skull Island. Like, it wasn't the same character from Skull Island, but it was like a descendant, and they were twins.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but
Yeah.
it was the same. Dr. Chen was, which in the first one, Li Chen, Kong. That's what I heard. Was Li Chen was in it, and that was a descendant. That was a big Easter egg that I heard about. And so that was kind of cool. That it's like, oh hey, there we go. Which I did like the.
When is Kong based?
It's like in the 70s.
Yeah.
60s, 70s.
Yeah, it was like Vietnam.
Which
kind of.
that was nice. Like, it was a subtle like, hey, here are my like ancestors like helping with what is Monarch in the past, and it was like noticing how there was twins, and that's how they realized, because I heard
Her whole family was in the business.
Yeah, and so one was over with Mothra, and then she was on the plane.
Does that mean Kong? Because if Kong was set in the 70s, does it mean it's gonna be the same Kong?
Yeah,
Kong's super, because like I think you said this.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be really young in that movie.
yeah, that's what they said. Kong
yeah,
was really,
he's supposed to be like an infant. That's why.
but he's still, from what I've seen, he's still huge.
Yeah,
Still
He
big
is.
boy.
You still have,
But he's gonna have to
No.
get massive.
I've seen like certain scenes. I've seen the trailer, but he's still like
He's huge.
huge. So that time jump, knowing like that, like he's grown since
He'd
then.
probably be 2/3 of the Empire State Building.
Oh yeah,
Just at that height.
and that's what I think the whole fight's gonna focus on, is like Godzilla's like a big lumbering like slow thing, and while this version of Kong is huge, he's gonna be more, I think, agile in that fight.
Yeah.
I hope.
Even with his size.
Well, I mean, it helps that he doesn't have like extra mass like a tail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do love the shot not the shot, but like the picture they have at the end to kind of be the big teaser.
Teasing that like
Hang on.
Also, I have Godzilla Kong.
Kong. I need to watch it.
So I can let you borrow it when I can. So you're just gonna like roast just the entire time? Because you've been like tossing out some pretty edgy, like.
I mean, there's no
You're
way.
just kind of like, fuck the Asians, and you were just all like, oh, okay, well, I don't know whether to laugh or not.
Just do what makes you happy, man.
Alright, I'm sorry. Continue what you were saying?
So I was the one speaking?
Yeah.
Alright. It was the scene with, it was at the very end, the painting that they had of...
I have to text
the painting of, like, Kong and Godzilla, and, like, Kong's, like, jumping in the air. I kind of like that surprise, too.
And then
It's just a very small thing, but I still was pretty hype about it.
what's a king to a god?
Dude, oh, yeah, I love that line. Or,
Yeah,
like,
that's a lyric in
headline.
a song.
I think so. I'm not sure.
Mom spaghetti.
It's Eminem, I'm pretty sure. But
Yeah, a rap god.
It is what
why be a king when you could be a god?
Yeah.
Kill shot. I don't know.
But
What do you say?
Can we talk about like the whole last plot device of the sounds?
Yeah, that
What does that mean? Like,
I guess they were able to like try to find the frequency of
like, it was supposed to be the alpha and like betas, and
it was like
It was
this-
supposed to calm them down.
yeah,
You know-
like, a dog whistle.
You know the fucking scene from
I guess
Jurassic
that
Park
makes sense.
3 with like the Velociraptors thing? Yeah, it's exactly what that was.
okay. I don't know. It always seems like a dumb thing, like a dumb.
It definitely was a plot device. Like,
Because like in the animal world, monkeys don't just. I mean, I guess they do scream at each other, but it's not like. Yeah, it's like, oh, this guy's an alpha. It's like that just didn't happen, you know. I don't know.
but then again, it is ancient aliens.
Yeah, maybe there's different rules.
Yeah. Were you not a fan of this movie, Chase?
I mean, it was decent. There was a couple times where like Mothra was like, and, like singing, and I was like, oh.
The reveal shot was actually really, really good.
I liked
when
it.
it came out of the waterfall.
I was he noticed me. I was like, oh, Mothra.
I thought we were gonna get fucking larva ass just Flopping out. The guy from Bugs Life, who has
Yeah.
like the 2 little wings, and he's like, I'm a beautiful butterfly.
Good time.
That would have been, I feel like, a much better story.
I give it a solid, 8 kaijus out of 10.
Out of 17.
Oh, well, yeah, okay. I give it a solid, 15 kaijus out of 17.
Okay.
I'd give it like a 12 and a half, 13
I say 16.
out of 17.
16. Yes, out of 17.
10 kaijus out of 17, basically Pacific Rim. No one can take that from me. It's Transformers and Pacific Rim combined.
But it didn't have robots.
But it had
That's
that-
like double the robots.
Unless you're talking about
If
the
more
Age of
robots combined with more robots and had a little bit of monsters, that's literally
That's basically the
Godzilla,
movie.
King of Monsters.
which also doesn't have any robots, but you'll see what I mean. There's a dinosaur robot with Age of Extinction, but you know what?
There's a plane.
Yeah.
Remember the 30 minutes of Pacific Rim we saw of monsters? Yeah, imagine that plus all the robot movies ever made.
Yeah, it was
That's
basically Terminator.
Plus,
plus Star Wars.
You stole my joke!
Plus Star Wars, Star Trek, all of that just combined into one.
It's basically the Bible, right? Like everything's the Bible, right?
Godzilla's Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, basically, right?
Actually, kind of.
Yeah.
Now you think about it, holy shit. He's like the
Protector.
coming son of humans, and then
He literally has God in his
Had his
name.
and then he
12
dies,
disciples.
and then he comes back to life, and then he just starts. I mean, Jesus didn't wreck shit, but then he just started wrecking shit.
No, he
That's
did.
Revelation.
No, he flipped a table whenever he realized there was a market in one of his churches.
yeah.
He's like, not in God's house.
Be gone, sinner. Like the thought,
I always wanted to see Jesus angry in real life.
I wouldn't.
Did you get?
Because if you have to.
He did in that story.
Oh.
That one story where he flipped the table. It's like, why are they in the markets?
Good times. Yeah, Jesus out of 17 for me.
Thanks for watching this review of Godzilla King of Monsters. Make sure to check out our previous videos, reactions, reviews, and our future ones. And if you want to subscribe, like, whatever, it's all fair. But with that being said, we're going to leave you with this message.
Either way.
Potato, potato.
Keep it locked and loaded.
Your boys here at Couch Potato. See you next time.